Well, howdy folks, lovely people of the interwebs. Welcome back to the video at Impera Medewi. Or is it Medewi? Where is the accent? Tell me. Anyhow, it's been a bit. This campaign has been on the back burner for a couple of weeks while I deal with the Sparta campaign. That's, that one's been heating up with Sparta's invasion of Italy. If you haven't checked that out, do so. Most recent episodes have some good battles. So I need a minute to review my position here. So as usual, I'll go from like right to left. Let's see. Financially, we're doing great. We have a great 30k war chest. We can raise a whole army and support it with the income we have. Diplomatically wise, the next target is probably gonna be Nabata, looks like. The Ptolemies are not a huge threat anymore to really any city but Alexandria, I think. Let me take a look at that. I don't think they can sail down inside of this. Maybe they can. I don't think so, though. Either way, they can't attack like Diaspolis. So yeah, it's going to be Alexandria that's under threat, which it has a garrison force protecting it. Plus Mr. Azalces from one of our rival parties. Is Green? Which party is that? The Noble Family Party? Okay. Cool. So he's not a political threat. Let's see. Otherwise, we are fighting a proxy war with Nasamones, supporting Kyrenike. Cyrene. Kyrenike? I have no clue. Anywho's, we're supporting a proxy war with them. I think Siwa is also at war with them. Yeah, so between the two of them, hopefully they'll win and not lose. Let's see, what else is important? Sparta still hates us because they're friendly with the Ptolemies at the beginning of the game. The major empires of Carthage, Rome, and the Seleucids have no interest in trading with us, so that's fine. Syracuse and the Ptolemies, of course, now. Syracuse and Epirus also have no interest in trading with us. We still have... What's-her-face? Whoops. We still have What's-her-face sailing around. Where is she? Dia. Dia being wife of... that name. Malowibamani. Malowibamani, I think. It's close as I can get to it. Anyway, that's one of our heirs. And his wife is going to sail around the entire universe getting trade agreements with Gauls and shit, so that's cool. Alright. So I think that's it diplomacy-wise. Tech-wise, we're going for, extra missile ammunition. That's fantastic. Mercenary recruitment might be a good way to go after that. I forget which way I was intending to go. I think I wanted craftsman quarters after that to have access to ballistas, which would make it a lot easier for us to crack these cities. Because I think it's fairly obvious that in this campaign, our biggest stumbling block has just been taking down cities. We've taken on armies 1v1, 2v1 without too much difficulty so far, despite the fact that someone commented on this, that, our main fighting line here doesn't have the most morale in the universe. Which is true. It's a low morale fighting line. It's made of commoners. And, of course, in city battles, they struggle to survive. I don't mind that so much. One of the reasons I'm keeping them as my mainline infantry force is because... I know I'm getting off topic from technology here. But one of the main reasons I'm keeping them as my main fighting force is because of that 3 speed. It's pretty damn useful to have an army that can just surge forward so quickly. The 4 heavy cavalry really support those flanks, and because of that, because of having this heavy cav here and these guys to anchor the sides of the lines, we don't crumble too quickly, and we can pretty quickly get hammer and anvils off. If I had lighter cavalry, I'd be more concerned about my main line, but they're doing fine as is, and since they recruit from the commoner population, they're acceptable losses. It's fine to me for these people to die. I don't care. They're not even second class, they're third class. So they've, even here, I bet Yeah. Wait. Oh, well. Shut up. There's no one here yet. Right, because this is technically Hellenic. But, Alexandria, for example, they're getting 476 commoners per turn, okay? I could recruit like 3 of these per turn and never run out of commoners. So that's why I'm sticking with them, because I can just keep spitting these swordsmen out. Which I'm not used to, in fairness. The army type I'm used to running is my heavy guys are my main line. Those are my commoners, my first class people. You know, those are my anchors, and then everyone else is light around them. But instead, we're going with a light main line and an elite surrounding force and elite supporting force. Which, you know, it's an odd way for me to play. I'm not used to it, but it seems relevant for this faction. They have access to all of these resources faster than they have access to, say, their, like, second-class swordsman or first-class swordsman. Which, we do have access to these now. These are commoners, I do believe. So, I mean, eventually, like, long-term, we will make the shift probably to these, because they have a lot more armor and a lot more morale. Which is fine, but not yet. There's no reason to yet. When we're going against the Romans, like mid-late game, where they're just tearing the fuck into us because they're going swordsman on swordsman, then we'll probably switch. But right now we're going against phalanxes and stuff, so we're doing fine.
My words are yours to direct.
Alright. Trade and finance. I can actually toss taxes down and let my country grow and be happy for a bit. Let's toss it down like this far, because our war chest is pretty damn nice, and I might spend 10k in a second here, but not just yet. Okay, objectives-wise, whatever. I think we want to control settlements next. Fantastic. Politics-wise, I would like more control. This is not enough control. We already have the seedlings of that control set up. You know, with these 4 members, these can all be generals, which is a great bonus to our ruling party. That, for example, her over here, Amanitore, she can become a general herself, and, you know, that gets her a lot more gravitas than just sitting there and being a career politician. You know, they can actually rank up higher than the females, say, for the Greeks or the Romans. So that's cool, but yeah, I would like to get to Beloved and no further than that. As far as happiness from the parties, they're all pretty happy. This one is not. He does not like... He's a pacifist and a xenophobe. Of course you are. So, he doesn't like me to establish treaties, but he also doesn't want us to be at war. This guy sucks. I should get him killed. These are party traits, though. Shit. Okay, so the royal court is just always going to be a problem. They could actually get more unhappy. No. They're the max unhappiness right now, right? That they can get from these negative traits? No. So, see, they could go negative just due to being pacifist. We're gonna be at war with 3 factions at some point. You know? Just by nature of, like, someone declaring war on us and having allies. It's extremely fortunate that we're not at war. And these guys have the most influence out of all the parties. These guys are 7%, 12%. These guys have a quarter influence. I need to knock these fuckers out. What do they control? Nothing. They control nothing. I bet you anything, when we take Nabata, they'll probably control that. Bet you anything. Okay. I hadn't given this thought yet, but I'm starting to think that we should provoke a civil war, like, now, before we deal with them. Yeah, I don't know. Because just going into this war with Nabata, it's gonna put them at a negative loyalty. It won't be a risk of rebellion, and I can bribe them. Oh, they need to be negative for them to even... Okay. For me to even provoke them. I see. I think we should nip them in the bud. That's what I think. I think that is a problematic faction that will never be very happy. So I want to recruit Amanitore here. She looks like a badass too. Look at that cobra headdress. I like that. You can be this and be cavalry.
Ready for greatness.
And I'll rename your people.
Ready for battle.
I should actually rename all of these. That is a long name.
For the glory of our people.
There you go. Now you people are
Ready
nice
for
and
greatness.
renamed to represent your beloved generals. Okay, so I want her to basically be the garrison force for Jerusalem, because you notice Ptolemy still have a small force here. These slingers, huh? You know, these guys really look like they have some sort of armor on to me. Like they look like they have quilted tunics, but their armor stat doesn't represent that. Icon's probably just out of date. Anyway. I'm just concerned.
Do not try my patience with a dull tongue. My torturer has a collection of dullards parts.
Yeah, they're not gonna do anything nice with us, so we'll just have to guard Jerusalem. I'm not sure when this rebellion starts. I don't know where they're gonna be, because they don't have any territory. They could be anywhere. They could be all the way down here. That would suck. So let's actually prepare for the worst. If that's the case, let's raise a small fleet. Have you dock. Excuse me. Actually, I'm pretty sure I'm dumb. I'm pretty sure that no matter what I do, this fleet would still move slowly with an army in tow, but I could be wrong, right?
Ready for battle.
I wish I would rather know where they would spawn. I would rather them have a province right now. I'm not used to provoking civil wars. I really rarely do this, so... That guy has a cool hat. Anyway. Let's just make sure Amanitore has something to defend here. Yeah, nice and cheap. Okay. Those are pretty good. So are these. Ooh, God, their morale, though. Ugh. I don't really know how these compare to regular slingers. They're just more expensive.
War requires sacrifice.
Does it? It's actually going to take a really long time. No, whatever. I've made the investment. If I need to, I can bring up these Arabians. That's a total of 8 units, and I could actually afford them, so... Yeah, not too worried about that. That just needs to be there to discourage any funny business. And I think... No, I don't want to burn the turn. Let's go ahead. Do we need to set the seeds for this revolt? Oh. Whoops. Wrong party. I wasn't paying attention. Oops. These are ours? Yeah, that's Malibu. Race fleet. I don't know which one of these is better. This one, apparently. There you go. I guess just have those in reserve. I don't know. I could always get an admiral there, I guess, and do something with them. So I accidentally raised your ass. Can I, like, insult them or something? What I could do is reduce their loyalty like these. Spread rumors. Here you go. For 4 turns. It's gonna cost me 428 bucks. That's not bad. I can't do it for you? Oh. My cunning isn't good enough. He has 7 cunning. It's not good enough to spread rumors for either of these? What? Oh, because he's traveling. Okay. Let's gather support for ourselves. And that'll make them a little unhappy. They're a bit happier because we promoted someone last turn like a fucking idiot. I'm the smartest. Okay. Let's just end the turn. And next turn, when whatever his face is gets home, we will insult him and spread rumors about him. Hey, this guy fucks goats. That'll get him. Yeah, I just feel like I would rather take these guys out before they have a province than have them revolt on me while I'm in Italy campaigning. And, you know, they revolt in Arabia. I would be able to do nothing, especially if my funds were, you know, if my war chest wasn't very big. Especially if, say, I were fighting Rome, and Rome, you can't just leave in the middle. They'll just take everything you gained. The only problem with this is that you can tell these Nabata guys are ready to kill us.
Will you not give our people
No, I will not give your people a little gold. Make your own. No. Fight your proxy war, and if you win, I'll consider it. Alright. Nah. Uh-huh. Foreign army, huh? Winter looks interesting in the desert. Yeah, so... my suspicion... here's what I would suspect. Since these guys are technically both in Kush right now, because they're not doing anything, I would assume they would raise their armies in Kush. So, down here somewhere, right? You would think. I mean, when it said he traveled home, it pointed us back there. So, the only time I've ever, you know, provoked revolts is when they had a province, or like a settlement. Well, these guys need to pull back anyway to retrain. They do. Amanatori is not really ready to defend the province, but I guess she's just gonna have to. It's a little concerning. I'm gonna give her a couple mercenaries. It's a bit pricey, bit of an expenditure, reduces our war chest, but I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with what she has there. Do not look back. These guys have a description? Jewish rebel warriors. Well, the Judeans sure did revolt quite often. Quite often. What, do they have like 10 revolts under the Romans? Anyway, so that should help a little. How good are their, like, armor values? Not great. They're not even fast and they have, like, low armor. That sucks. Yeah, these Judean troops aren't bad, so that should help. Arakamani should be replenishing next turn. He has plenty of troops to do so in this region, I think. And we're gonna head sort of down this way. I'm not really sure exactly where I want to stop with them. Because as I said, I'm not 100% sure where they're gonna spawn. Ooh, next turn we get our tech. Tech, tech, tech. Ah, shit, I forgot to move my admiral. Why do I do that in both campaigns? It's almost like the admirals are an afterthought or something. What? Surely not. Okay. I may just move Arakamani down. Yeah, maybe I'll just move Arakamani down that way. He has faster movement anyway. And I'll leave Zira like somewhere in the middle in case they spawn like up by Alexandria. I'm pretty sure they'll spawn at the capital. You guys that already know are probably like annoyed. Why don't you know where they spawn? Because they usually spawn in their own province.
You are wise enough not to sit.
I'm not gonna do it. You can't make me. Okay. Let's not forget to move the admiral this turn. I think this might lower their happiness towards me. I haven't seen this before. Uh-huh. What? Hopefully it isn't a false cure, but I will not ignore my advisors. Right? Right. Alright, ammunition supply chain is done, and that's a really good tech. Plus 10% ammunition for all missile units. Quite good. Now, this mercenary recruitment and upkeep cost is actually a good tech to have, especially for our faction that may rely on mercenaries in some locations. But I really do want to get ballistas at some point in this campaign. That's 17 turns off. And we destroyed our... Yeah, we replaced this with an animal breeder because we also want access to elephants. Let's go ahead and invest that money for elephants. And then at some point, we're going to probably tear down this farm and replace it with a craftsman's workshop and then the quarters. That'll probably take about 10 turns, so we'll want to do this in about 4 turns. Start building that. That'll cut our food production a little, so we may want to replace something somewhere. We may turn one of these temples into a happiness... Not happiness, a food building. Where? Ooh. Ooh. That looks like an important battle. I wonder who's gonna win that. Well, if we're judging by generals, that's not good. Siwa's my actual allies here. Actual military allies. That's... Go Siwa! You have the backing of me. I swear, it's like everyone I back just keels over dead like 5 turns later. Okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna plant Zira, like, probably in Diaspolis, I guess. It's not too far away from anything. Or maybe just, yeah, I'll put her by the Admiral. And you are gonna head all the way down to the capital. It's gonna take a few turns for that. We'll just burn a few turns on video, I suppose. I suppose. Are you getting taxed? You're not even getting taxed and you're still pissed. Also, moving my armies away from the city, I guess, is reducing our cash flow quite a bit, in addition to all the mercenaries. Why is Galatia down here? What are they doing? Oh, they hate me. That's good. They're at war with the Seleucids. Oh, I see. Okay. Yep. Alright. Sure. Makes sense. Ooh, yeah, right. Need to go ahead and deploy you. Deploy you, and... No, just deploy you here. Ooh, nice. They discovered someone. I've never actually seen that pop before like that. Cool. I like it. It's because they're in the same province. At some point, if we don't just hold on to Jerusalem and just leave it here, I mean, because we're going to take Salamis too, we might end up at war with the Seleucids. We're going to have to decide whether we want to ally with them or crush them pretty soon. Time is running out to decide on that. Like when you share province with someone, especially when they have a different culture, that can really mess up your operation. Reduce your public order, make your people unhappy. They may just march armies through your territory, whether they have permission to or not. It's a serious business. What, no one wants to beg me for a defensive alliance? Look at the way they're just forming at Petra. That really does make me uncomfortable. Also, Galatia is making me uncomfortable too. What are you guys doing? Did they lose a battle? I think their ships look depleted. No. Yeah, their banner isn't square. They might have lost a battle. Or something. I don't know, but get the hell out of my territory. Yes, this is what I wanted. Good. And fuck. Alright. We're also gonna have to take care of that one. It is unacceptable for them to be over here. Shit. I don't even want this province. Fine. Maybe we'll expand back west. But I want this province. I like controlling this whole area here. That feels good. It feels contiguous almost. Okay. Let's do our moves.
At your command.
Great. 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 Extreme droughts. Yay. Yay, drought.
I want hourly patrols.
Will you survive if you sit in the city? My guess is no. Fuck me. Okay. Fucking African provinces.
My words are yours to direct.
I remember the first time I played this mod. It was a year or two ago, I think. Also, this is a nice trait. And I tried the Medewi faction, and god, they just had constant, just drought after drought after drought after drought, and I was just like, okay, this isn't fun anymore. 3 different provinces, extreme droughts. Fantastic.
As you command.
Just every single province. I guess it makes sense. Well, at least my enemies have it too. So much cavalry. Look at all the fucking cavalry. 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 13. Excuse me. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, probably 30. They have 30 cav across 4 armies. My Jesus Christ. What the fuck? I need elephants. Those elephants might get skirmished to death, but hey, they're anti-cav. They fear cav. Or rather, cav fears them. I should expand this. I need more food. I will soon anyway.
Ready for battle.
Agricultural profits are always good. Too bad I can't, like, spend money to counteract the drought. You know, I wish I could just go like, hey, I know there's a drought going on, but, I'm gonna spend 5,000 bucks per army to, make sure that my soldiers still get all the water they need. It's probably not the way it would work in real life, but hey. I mean, maybe it would, you know, if the general's rich enough. Especially if that general happens to be, you know, the king.
Perhaps, and I ask.
No, we're not skipping a defensive alliance to go to a military alliance, not right now. Here come the attrition reports. Motherfucker.
I am pleased, my lord.
Alright. Minus 5% wealth from sources, but we got a bunch of tariff trade income, which is relatively equivalent. Plus 1 public order, probably the right decision. Son of a bitch. Let's have you sit in Diaspolis so you can still retrain your troops quickly. You sit in Mios Honormos. Or is that on Myos? With the Y. Because if the I in most languages is usually a... the I in most languages is usually going to be like an E sound. So, like, wouldn't the Y be a long I in English? I have no clue. I'm not a languageologist. A wordiologist, as they call it. What do I want for you? Well, this is a military province. So, that makes the most sense to me. Alright. And then we'll go this way for extra replenishment, too. Our taxes are still low. We're not gonna up them to normal just yet. I may soon. Also, I want you to sit in Jerusalem. I guess you can cancel the taxes. Fuck, you guys are so pissy.
As you command.
Ugh. Here, what do you fucking need? Republic order and extra XP and stuff sounds good, I guess. And then I need culture. Plus 4. I think that's the one. Alright. What are you guys pissed about? This turn? Cultural differences still. Of course. And military presence. Alright, never mind, I guess.
That is impossible.
I'm gonna have you sit, like,
As you command.
here.
As you command.
So that they can't, like, curve around and reach you, hopefully. Because what they can do, I've seen the AI do it, they'll besiege the city, and then they'll go around the city and find your army and attack it so that, you know, the city can't support your army because they're besieged. And then you're fucked.
Tiredness is forbidden.
Fuck you, I'm taxing it. It's only 300 per turn. Whatever, fine. They're just annoying me is all. Is this fleet stuck? Military assault raider. Okay. Well, enjoy your stay on my coast, I guess. Okay. Not much else to do here but some clerical work, so I'll go ahead and end the video for now. And I will get back with you guys when we are ready to start our provoking of a rebellion. See you guys then.